Hi. Uh, I will just mention one thing that I've been doing through my life. I always think I am anxious person. For example, I always think I'm not a morning person, but thinking that I am anxious person that limited my life. Or thinking I am not a morning person limited my life. And I figured out that's just a limiting thought. Like thinking I am an anxious person is a limiting thought that limits me to take risks. Instead of labeling myself an anxious person, I started saying I am a courageous person, accepting that anxious part of me, not rejecting it, accepting that anxious part of me, and just you will tell me, how can I accept that part of me? I use a technique that's called emotional freedom technique. Whenever I am anxious, I will just tap in those centers of energies here. Even though I feel anxious, I deeply and completely accept how I feel and I accept deeply myself. And tap here, repeating the same statement. Even though I feel anxious, I deeply and completely accept myself. I accept how I feel. And every center of this, every you could call them centers of acupuncture. Use them as acupuncture centers or energy centers, and just tap in 5 seconds or 10 seconds, and acknowledging that part, anxious part of you, here, underarm, and here, turning left side and turning right side. Every part of you, just squeeze in here and here. Every if that part of you is anxious, it could be just maybe I don't know how to say it, but maybe I have an experience in my life where I was anxious, or few experiences or many experiences where I was anxious. Then my brain labeled that I am an anxious person, but that's not true. I am not born anxious. And to release that anxiety, just make sure you're telling yourself, I am fine, and I am accepting that anxious part of me. Focusing on where you are, focusing on your feet, for example, or focusing where your body is sitting. Tapping on those energy centers would help a lot. Just tapping, accepting, acknowledging. Sometimes you think you don't know how, but just by saying it, you will start uh, realizing that you are not an anxious person or you are not a morning person. I am courageous. I am taking risks. I am a morning person. I can be anything I want.